Emma hurried through the rain, her shoes splashing in puddles as she walked home. She had spent the entire day job hunting, and exhaustion weighed heavily on her shoulders. With only a few dollars left in her pocket, hope felt distant. But then, she heard it. A soft whimper. She turned into a narrow alleyway and saw a dog lying motionless on the sidewalk. Its fur was matted with mud, its breathing shallow, and its eyes barely open. Raindrops pelted its tiny body, but it didn't even flinch. Emma's heart clenched. Without hesitation, she knelt beside the dog. "Hey there, sweetheart. I hear you," she whispered, gently stroking its head. The dog shivered, its eyes fluttering slightly, but it was too weak to move. Emma didn't think twice. She pulled off her jacket, carefully wrapping it around the fragile creature. "I'm going to help you, okay? Just hang in there." In that moment, her own hunger, her dwindling money, and her struggles didn't matter. The only thing she cared about was saving this tiny life. She quickly searched for the nearest vet on her phone and ran through the rain. Her heart pounded because deep down, she knew the dog's condition was serious. But what she didn't know was that this small act of kindness would change her life forever. Emma was out of breath as she rushed into the veterinary clinic, the limp dog still cradled in her arms. She didn't even think about the last few dollars in her pocket. All that mattered was getting help. "Please, you have to help. He's in really bad shape," she called out to the receptionist. Within seconds, a team of vet technicians sprang into action. Emma gently placed the weak dog down and watched as they rushed him into an exam room. A strange fear crept into her chest. What if she had been too late? Minutes felt like hours before Dr. Lewis, a middle-aged veterinarian, stepped out with a serious expression. "Take a deep breath, young lady," he said calmly. The dog was severely dehydrated, malnourished, and completely exhausted. But thanks to you, he's going to make it. Emma exhaled sharply, her shoulders sagging in relief. "He's really going to be okay?" she asked. Dr. Lewis nodded. "Yes, but I don't think he's a stray. He has a microchip. I'll check for the owner's information." Emma's eyebrows shot up. A microchip? So, he belongs to someone? The vet turned to his computer and scanned the information. His expression shifted slightly as he read the results. Yes, he does. And it looks like his owner is Alexander Kingston. Emma blinked. Who? Dr. Lewis gave her a knowing look. Alexander Kingston, the billionaire, owner of Kingston Enterprises. Emma's heart skipped a beat. This has to be a joke. She had found this dog dying in the street, and now she was being told it belonged to one of the richest men in the city? Just then, the clinic's phone rang. Dr. Lewis answered, spoke briefly, then turned to Emma, holding out the receiver. "I think Mr. Kingston wants to speak with you." Emma hesitated before taking the phone, her hands trembling slightly. The voice on the other end was deep and commanding. "Hello, this is Alexander Kingston. I understand you found my dog." Emma swallowed hard. "Yes, I just wanted to help him." There was a pause. Then, in an unexpectedly sincere tone, the man said, "I owe you. We need to talk, face to face." At that moment, Emma knew her life was about to change forever. Emma stood in front of Kingston Enterprises, a massive skyscraper that towered over the city. Just this morning, she was another person searching for a job. Now she was about to meet one of the most powerful businessmen in the city. A security guard guided her inside. The marble floors, crystal chandeliers, and towering ceilings made it clear. This was another world. As the elevator doors slid open, A well-dressed receptionist smiled at her. "Mr. Kingston is expecting you. Please, go right in." Emma took a deep breath and pushed open the large office doors. Alexander Kingston stood by the floor-to-ceiling windows, overlooking the city skyline. He held a cup of coffee in his hand, his expression unreadable. Beside him sat the very dog Emma had rescued, now clean, well-fed, and wagging its tail happily. Kingston turned his gaze toward her. "So, you're the hero." Emma lowered her head slightly, feeling a bit embarrassed. "I just wanted to help." Kingston studied her for a moment before offering a small smile. "You know, most people dream of doing big things, but real kindness, it happens when no one is watching." Emma opened her mouth to respond, but Kingston continued. "I owe you. So tell me, what's missing in your life?" Emma froze. Was this billionaire really asking her that? Her mind raced, her financial struggles, the endless job hunt, the fear of never achieving her dreams, but she couldn't bring herself to say anything. Kingston raised an eyebrow. "No need to stay quiet. I want to make you a real offer." Emma held her breath. This meeting wasn't just a thank you. Kingston was about to change her life forever. Emma's mind was spinning. In front of her stood billionaire Alexander Kingston, telling her he had an offer that could change her life. Kingston leaned back in his chair, gently petting his dog as he smiled. "Just like you helped him. Would you like to help others?" Emma frowned. "What do you mean?" Kingston's face grew serious. "Every year I donate millions to charities, but I don't always know what people truly need. I need someone who does. Someone who leads with their heart." Emma took a step back, completely caught off guard. "Are you offering me a job?" Kingston nodded. "Yes. I want you to run my outreach programs. You won't be working for my company. You'll be working for people. And in return, you'll have the support to chase your own dreams." Emma's heart pounded. This wasn't just a job offer. This was a purpose, but she couldn't help doubting herself. "I don't have experience in something like this. Why me?" Kingston smiled. "Because you act with kindness, without expecting anything in return. Most people see a billionaire and think about what they can get from me. You just saved a life." Emma took a deep breath. She never imagined an opportunity like this would come her way. Finally, she looked up and met Kingston's gaze. "I'll do it." Kingston extended his hand. "Welcome aboard." Emma's life was about to change forever. The next morning, Emma was officially introduced to the Kingston Enterprises team. Just yesterday, she had been unemployed. Today, she was leading one of the company's most important social impact programs. Her job was to identify and launch initiatives that truly helped people: animal shelters, education funds, homeless assistance programs. All of it was now in her hands. But stepping into this world came with challenges. Some executives weren't happy with her sudden rise, especially Victor Hale, the company's head of investments. He didn't understand why Kingston was giving so much power to just some random girl. During a meeting, Victor confronted her directly. "Don't forget where you came from, Emma. We deal with big money here. We operate on logic, not emotions." Emma took a deep breath. "Your logic doesn't understand real people's struggles. Kingston told me this job requires heart. That's why I'm here." Victor scoffed. "Let's see how long you last." Emma was starting to realize this job was going to be a bigger fight than she expected. But she had no intention of backing down. Months passed. With Kingston's support, Emma launched several life-changing initiatives. More funding for animal shelters, education programs for the homeless, a portion of the company's profits dedicated to direct relief efforts. But most importantly, Emma wasn't just changing her own life. She was changing the lives of countless others. One day, Alexander Kingston walked into her office and sat down across from her. "Emma, when I first chose you for this role, I thought I was taking a risk. But now, I see this company would have never changed without someone like you." Emma smiled. "You believed in me, and now I believe in others. True success isn't measured by how much we earn, but by the impact we leave behind." Kingston nodded. "And you, Emma, have already started leaving your mark." At that moment, Emma felt something she never had before: pure fulfillment. She had once thought of herself as just an ordinary girl, but now she knew she had the power to make a real difference, and to think it had all started with saving one little dog.
If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe for more inspiring stories.